First of all, I would like to thanks Allah and the especially organization of Chitral University who has organized the international conference. And in this precious opportunity, I got this opportunity through this conference. So today I will present my presentation about mother tongue, MTB, MTI. So let's start the presentation here. My name is Mohammed Tahir Yusuf. I'm a visiting faculty member of Translation Department, International Islamic University, Faculty of Arabic. So here is my topic, mother tongue based multilingual language education. So, so in this presentation, I will talk about challenges. As a case study, I have got the elementary school level, government school, two schools, GPS Tofkia and GMS Jolia. So these are the you can say that sample or populations. From each school, 10 students, 10 teachers, and 10 parents, and totally it's about 60 participants are there in this research. This is my abstract. You have seen through this research question. So my research is based on these questions. The first question: what is the overall assessment of the teachers, parents, and students about MTB, MLE? So in this research, I will discuss later on and about the assessment of the teachers, what the teacher says say about the MTB, MTA, and secondly, parents' opinions also there, and the students. They are the focus. Actually, focus. These are the students. The second question of my research: what is the attitude of the teachers and parents and students towards the MTB, MLE? Are they backing the programs? Are they supporting the programs or not? Actually, they are the one we are researching or discussing about. The third question: what are the challenges arise related to the implementation of this MTB and MLE program? So here are the objective. What is the major objective of this research? Why I am going to research this topic? Because to examine the challenges affecting the implementation of the MTB MLE, and the second objective of my that to find out the general assessment. What are the opinions of teachers, parents, and especially the students? What they say about the MTB MLE. So these are my objectives, inshallah. Delimitation, as I told you that I have chosen the elementary level, not secondary, not higher, elementary level. And in elementary level, I have got chosen two schools as a sample, the GMS Jolia, located in Haripur, district Haripur, and the second GPS Tofkia, also located in Haripur, district Haripur. So as I told you that 10 parents, 10 students, and 10 teachers of each school. So collectively, the participants of you may say that 60 participants were there. Population, as I told you, elementary schools, two schools of elementary. These are the populations. Sample and sample size: 20 students from two public educational institution of Haripur participated in this research. And technique is random. Randomly I selected the students from among the other students, randomly 10 of grade 1, 2, 3, and randomly I chosen in second school similarly the 10 students. So random sampling techniques was used in this research. Research tool. So this is a major thing. I have used three things: questionnaire, and the second thing, observation. I personally observed the classrooms, and the third thing, and this one, Interviews. I have taken the interviews of teachers, parents as well, and some students to got the idea, to got the challenges, what kinds of challenges are there, and what was the major hurdle of the implementation of MTB MLE. Procedure: 20 students, 20 teachers, and parents were selected from a public sector schools, GPS Tofkia and Jolia. And qualitative method, I have chosen the qualitative method. The method was administered by making use of a direct classroom observation. I've directly observed the classes, and directly I took the interviews of the teachers, parents, and students. So now you have to see that what kinds of languages they used to speak, or you can say that the medium of the languages, what are the medium of these two schools. Actually, in if we talk about the government sectors, so there is a English medium as well and Urdu medium as well, as Urdu language is our national language and English language is official language. So as you know that the dialect and different local languages are there, especially if you talk about the Hazara division. In Hazara division, people, lots of people, they speak Hindko. They're with different, you can say that accents. So same here case. In this case, you can see that Jolia and Tofkian, these two schools, the students of these schools and the teachers, they spoke and they used to teach in Hindko language. You can say that the medium of these two schools are the Hindko. Some of the Pashtun students are there. They migrated from other areas, from, for example, Charsada, Swat, Marda, and other Pashtun areas from far from Haripur. Some of students they spoke Pashto as well, but majority of the students and the teachers they speak Hindko. So the languages of the you can say that the target language of this research is Hindko language. So from here I will discuss the data analysis, how I analyze the data, or you can say data mean that questionnaire, how I observe the you can say the environment of the classroom, or the how I observe the challenges of this research topic. Here, introduction. This study has been conducted to examine the challenges affecting the implementation of the MTB MLE and population of this experimental. This is actually experimental research. You can say that because I personally experience in kind of observations and took interviews, and similarly questionnaire was fulfilled from the students, teachers, and parents. The results were analyzed with the help of table and represented through bar graph. Here is the, you can see that participants. As I told you that there was the questionnaire as a tool of this research study. I have divided the questionnaire into three categories. The first category, instructional. Instructional method of questionnaire. In instructional method, there are 6 questions. The first question, manual for other tongue are provided. So the responses are there. You can say that P for parents, T for teacher, S for students, 10, 10, 10. As I told you that from each institution I've chosen the 10 as a sample. So you can see here the responses. The second question, the lesson in the manuals are easy to follow. So again here you can see that the responses is yes or no. 10 of 10 the response is yes from the parents and the teachers. 7 of them the responses yes, and 10 of 10 from the student side. And if you see the no, there is 3 of the teachers they respond no. So it means that according to the 3 teachers, the lesson in the manuals are easy to follow. According to these 3, lessons are not easy. The third question, these are enough material other than the teachers manuals to aid the pupil in learning the mother tongue. Again, you can see the responses of these participants. Two from the parents, five from the teachers, six from the students. They said yes, and eight from the parents, five from the teachers, and four from the students. They said no. So you have see here the percentage in the fourth questions. Various teaching strategies are specified in the manuals. Again, you can see the responses, and yes are there from 10 to 10 from three different categories: parent, teachers, and students. Fifth question: the lesson in the manual are easy to follow. Again, you can see the responses. The sixth question: time specified in the manual is enough to carry out the content. Five from the parent, seven from the teachers, and six from the students. They said yes, and remaining they said no. Okay. The second type of the questionnaire about the attitudes towards language, I mean so that Hindko language or mother tongue. I am positively supporting the MTB-MLE program. Yes, from agreed at all from the parents, teachers, and students. They agreed at all. No one of them said no. So it's mean that they agreed at all. The second point, I support mother tongue teaching. Again, from all sides, from all categories, they said yes. So the third question, I positively like the lessons in mother tongue and the support of this mother tongue from the parent side, teacher side, and student side. They agreed at all again. And the last, I know that MTB MLE positively affect attendance. So it's psychologically affects positively because students can understand their language. If you talk about the means of study or means of transformation of knowledge, so if this knowledge in their mother tongue, it's easy to get the idea, to understand the lesson. So again, from three categories, parent, teachers, and students, they agreed at all that the positive effect of this MTB MLE. So see here, attitude, again the second school, the result of the same question. I put the questions from the parents, students, and teachers of the GPS Tofkia. The answers are there. You can see that collectively, if you talk about collective response, so 99% of the participant, they said yes. They agreed at all that the means of transformation of means of language, means of transmission of knowledge in, among the schools or in the environment in the classroom should be in mother tongue. So overall analysis about the third thing, you can say category of the questionnaire is about the challenges. Insufficient learning materials and books. Yes, you can see here rated 30. Parental support 17. Education sector alignment 25. Language distribution again 10. Teacher recruitment and preparations, you can see the 22. So these are the ranks you can see here. In the second school, GPS Tofkia, the same challenges are there, but the ranking, or you can say rate of this challenges, you can see here that 27, 10, 15, 5, and 2. So here is the findings. Material development, the first, according to the researcher, material development would include, among others, books for both teachers and students must be available in the target language being ranked. So material should be there for this the implementation of the MTB MLE. The second thing, teachers require recruitment and preparations should be there. To ensure the success of MTB education programs, governments must structure all aspects of the education system to be aligned in support of the chosen model. In the, you can say, syllabus, you can see our mediums of the languages, Pashto, Hindko, as well is there. Some type of, you can say that in primary level there are other subjects of Pashto language, Hindko language as well. So, but government should, you can say that recruit the Hindko teachers, Hindko language as well, Pashto teachers. So it's easy for the students to get the knowledge. The third thing, parental support is essential to the success of a mother tongue education program. So again, the parent sports from the parents is essential for this to implement this program. Conclusion, if I conclude this all research, the administration of the both school are supportive. I must appreciate that they supported during my research when I visited to these schools, these mentioned schools. They gave me protocol. Protocol means that they supported me well. They cooperated when I asked the questionnaire and physical observations in the classroom environment, teaching, all of these things, they supported well. So I do appreciate the administration of the school. So the administration of the both schools are supportive of the mother tongue based multilingual education, but cynical. They were bit about, you can say that suspicions. They are doubtful why I am doing this. So if there's a government project, so they ask the questions personally about this research. Why are you doing this? I told them that this is my part of, you can say, study or a part of my research work, nothing else. But they are worried about this research. So the second conclusion, they seem to believe that the MTBMLE is merely affecting the educational change in terms of policy written in papers, but not in practice. They seem to believe. Again, you can see that for talk about the teachers and parents, they are totally agreed. But again, the problem from the government side. The MTBMLE initiative is promising, but unless tangible reforms and improvement in the quality of school facilities, so you can say that there are the lack of facilities, teachers training there should be there, learning material should be there, community of and government sports are demonstrated. Again, the major thing of this, the support from the government side, support from the parental side should be there, and after that materials and facilitations should be there, because without these things, without these you can say that facilities, it's impossible to implement this project or this program. There are two main reasons of negligence of speaking skills in our TEFL classrooms. First one is our examination system that focus only on two language skills, reading and writing. So you can see here the last point. There are a bilingual society produce better language learners as compared to monolingual. If a language is just taught in the classroom and there's no presence of this language in the environment, then it would be very difficult and time-consuming activity. It should just waste time, and you can say it waste resources as well. There may be some more strategies and dynamic that can be adopted in language learning. These dynamic can be discovered through new research and studies. So here are the recommendations. It is strongly recommended that department officials, school administrations, concerned communities and NGOs must find ways to provide the school with necessary MT learning materials, or facilitations, especially books, to ensure that teachers will carry out their lessons successfully. And you can say that there should be the means of transformation should be in Hindko or Pashto, local language or mother tongues, whatever. The school management must be bound to provide the resources required for teacher. There are a lot of things the teacher always need of these things. So school and management should provide these things timely to avoid the wastage of time and wastage of resources. Department should take into consideration the in-service training for teachers. There should be training for the teachers because training is always for the teachers is a must, because without training you cannot expect from the teachers to give the 100% or more than 80% or 70% outcomes. So if you want to take the good result, fruitful findings, so department should arrange the training programs for the teachers. It must be intensified for the teachers handling grade 1 to 5. Finally, a comparative and experimental study among the private and public learning institutions will also be conducted in order to measure the empty learning outcomes quantity. So it's a very good thing, because if you see here in the environment of always there will competition between the private and public sectors about the sorry, outcomes, or you can say what are the outcomes of the government sector. Always the blame that the government sector is always not giving good result in compared to private sector. So there should be experimental study between the public and private sector. What are the major reasons why the government sectors always remain behind the private sectors. So it's all about my research. Thank you so much. Query is always welcome. If any question, you may ask the question. I am here to answer the question. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.